Hey guys, welcome to A Touch of Film, a very special collaboration video today. We are doing our top 5 Kung Fu fight scenes. It's a collaboration with the Asian Cinema Circle. So we've got the film Fan Dojo, we have Fanatical Dragon, Hong Kong Blu-rays, Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society, Femmes Fighting Words, Amphlett Reviews and Martial Arts Theatre 3000. I'll put the links below to all their channels. Everyone's got some great lists so far. This is like probably the hardest, easily the hardest list I've ever had to do, really. There's so many great fight scenes in here, and even up until like 10 minutes ago I was still like changing my list. There's so many great fight scenes in martial arts. I mean, the evolution, even today we've got some really great fight scenes still appearing in cinema. So yeah, let's get cracking. I will have some honourable mentions because I just wanted to mention quite a few. But yeah, first up I have gone for, from Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris at the Coliseum. This fight scene was just absolutely crazy. It's East meets West, and there's just so many things to this scene that just make it so great. So many elements, like the bit where Bruce Lee pulls out the chest hair, which is just funny, but like it's Chuck Norris, isn't it? And then you've also have the oblique kicks, which is something which from there has become massive in MMA now. I mean, it's one of those kicks which I hate seeing in real life because you're never going to recover from receiving an oblique kick. It's a really painful kick that you'll end up like not being able to walk the same after. But yeah, that was the one scene that really made that fight scene so different, because it made that kick famous. So a really entertaining fight scene. And I mean, I originally saw this dubbed on VHS. It was the old VHS, and I got it for my birthday, and it's just such a memorable fight scene. It's absolutely entertaining. One of Bruce Lee's best fight scenes as well, I would say. And the setting, the Rome, the Colosseum in Rome. Oh, you just can't get any more better than that. It's so prestigious. Yeah. So my next one is from Raid 2. I have gone for the fight scene between Ekko and Chechep Rahman, which is the final fight scene in the kitchen. I mean, Gareth Evans, how is it that one of the best fight scenes of the last decade is directed by a Welshman, which is just crazy. You know, we've got Hong Kong cinema, Japanese cinema, Chinese cinema, where martial arts just plays such a massive role in cinema. And you know, we have this Welshman who's just a film fan producing magic like that. The scene is so violent. It turns into a knife fight, and it just goes through glass, like panels, heads getting smashed, and the way the camera movement is just excellent. It's not. It feels like such a real physical fight. Like the sound, the way the camera follows Ekko's face when he's getting it slammed onto a table is just brilliant. I just think it's so different, and it was just like eye-opening, like how this was made, because there was a lot of great fight scenes in that film as well. I mean, the prison one is just brilliant. There's 2 great prison ones, the one in the toilet cubicle and the one in the prison muddy yard, which I think is just amazing. And you know, I think even Raid 1 had great fight scenes, but Raid 2 really like stepped it up a lot more in terms of choreography, because I think this one took about like 10 weeks to prepare the kitchen fight scene, which is just mad. But it really shows. It looks like a real fight. It doesn't look like a film. It doesn't look like this is film. It looked like these guys wanted to absolutely beat the hell out of each other. So yeah, that's my number 4, which is the kitchen fight from Raid 2. At number 3, I have gone for something a little bit more light-hearted. I have gone for Jacky Chan versus Benny in Wheels on Mills. This is just... It's a fun fight. The setting is really nice as well. It's in like this castle. And it's not as... I know a lot of people would prefer the Dragons Forever fight between these two. There's something about this fight that I quite like. I mean, maybe because I saw it as a child, I thought it was really funny. The way that it was like, I'll lose this bit, I'm losing this bit, I'll win the next bit, and then after that, it's like it's not one person having the upper hand throughout the whole fight. Like Jacky, like winning this. Clearly, he's getting battered in this, and he really comes off knackered. Because I mean, Benny's a big guy. He's huge. He's a unit, and Jacky gets a battering in this, and it's so physical. It's just they use the area really well. The scene, and even going through the window at the end is just absolutely brilliant. It's something that you would have thought Jacky would have gone through the window, because he always goes through glass in nearly every one of his films, which is mad. But my favourite one of those scenes, it's definitely of Jacky's scenes. I think it's just such a great fight scene, and it's so iconic in terms of visual. I mean, to see one shot of that fight, it really is memorable. You could have it as a poster. It's just so cool. So that's my number 3 from Wheels on Mills. At number 2, I've gone for the wine tasting scene from Dirty Ho with Gordon Liu and Johnny Wang, because this is a bit more... It's a fight scene, but then pretending it's not a fight scene. And it's it just looks so cool. The handwork is just brilliant, and a lot of the footwork. It was choreographed to perfection. I mean, Gordon Liu's my favourite martial artist, and Johnny Wang is just the bad guy in this. Who, I mean, he was just the way that these two move against each other is just. It was like a chess match. It was just brilliantly the movement, but from like it was like water. It was like seeing them flow against each other is just absolutely amazing. And I was so happy that this got released in the Sure Scope Volume 1. I think it was something that I've been waiting so long for to come onto Blu-ray. I mean, Dirty Ho is just such a great movie. I mean, there's other fight scenes similar to this in Dirty Ho, but this one itself really just it just looks so cool. I mean, it really stuck with me. I don't think many people will remember it, but yeah, a really great fight scene. And this goes then to my number 1, which is from Dirty Tiger, Crazy Frog. It is Sammo Hung versus Lau Kar Wing, and it is the 3-section staff fight. They both have staffs that turn into 3-section staffs, and I love watching that weapon used in martial arts. I mean, there's a good one in 36th Chamber of Shaolin, but I don't think it's as good as this one. I know it's the main end fight of 36th Chamber of Shaolin, but I think here it's used a lot better because they're both using it, and it's a bit of comedy as well in there, with both of them, like Lau Kar Wing and Sammo Hung. I think I know this is going to be blasphemy to some people, but I think Sammo Hung's best work was with Carl Macker and Lau Kar Wing. I think the three of them just made some magic together. They had really great, amazing chemistry. This is even better than, in my opinion, Sammo's work with Jacky. Now, this is going to upset a lot of people. Curse me in the comments. I know not everyone's going to agree with me, but just the chemistry that these three had together was just out of this world. And, you know, we're seeing more of it on Blu-ray now. But yeah, Dirty Tiger, Crazy Frog is one that goes under the radar with a lot of the Western audience. I hope it gets like a UK or US Blu-ray for everyone to really like go, wow, yeah, Huss is right on this one. It has got a Hong Kong Blu-ray, which I picked up last year. But yeah, definitely worth checking out just for that fight scene. And some other really great fight scenes in that movie. But yeah, off to my honourable mentions. Now, I've gone for a mixture here. I've also got Philip Kwok versus Sun Chen in The Kid with the Golden Arms, the end fight, which has just, it's a really acrobatic fight. It looks like something that you'd see it in a circus mixed with a proper kung fu fight, because they're back flipping, front flipping in the same motion. It's really, it's just stunning to watch. And it doesn't look like they've done it with wires either. So if they did have wires on there, it just looked so good. It looked real, but at the same time, it's so fast paced. It's such a quick fight in terms of movement. And yeah, absolutely stunning. A real stunning showpiece of martial arts, Shaw Brothers films. Another two honourable mentions I've got is Donnie Yen versus Jing Wu in SBL. I think this was the one that really like made me stand up and like realise, Jesus, Jing Wu is phenomenal. And I mean, since then he's in like some of the highest grossing movies in Asia. He's just an absolute superstar. But that fight scene with Donnie Yen in the alley, it's just so cool. It looks like it's like they're both yin and yang. One's wearing white and one's wearing black, and like even Wu Jing's got like bleached hair, and it just looks so cool. They're just polar opposites, and they just go for each other. And like Jing Wu's just like completely white when he goes into the fight, and then in the end he's just red, soaked with blood. I think that it's quite a violent fight. But yeah, it's an absolute stunner of a fight. And lastly, my last honourable mention is from 8 Diagram Pole Fighter, which is the final fight with Gordon Liu with Kara Y on his back, and he is fighting everyone with a staff, with a pole, and it just, you really feel for him. He must have been knackered after that scene. He's carrying her on his back, and he's just like still moving so fast, and he's like getting on one knee, he's like squatting, moving fast, and it's just, you really appreciate Gordon Liu. Like Gordon Liu, I've mentioned like 3 times in this list. He's just absolutely phenomenal. Easily one of the greatest martial artists of all time. He's my, like I said, my favourite martial artist. And to see that fight scene, I mean, that the training montages up to that fight scene with like teeth getting smashed out is brilliant. And just you know that was going to be an exceptional fight in the build up to it. So yeah, that's my list, guys. Make sure you check out everyone else's. I'll put the links below to their channels. Till then, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna have my top 25 physical media releases of 2021, hopefully by the weekend. Yeah, till then, guys, take it easy. Comment below what's your favorite fight scene. Click like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy.